Last time on Nomi Does Burlesque.
I think that I should do burlesque.
You want to learn burlesque? This is how it's done. Come on! Terrible!
Is this really what it takes to be a burlesque performer? Tell me about the Steel City Kitty Burlesque and Variety Show.
It has been running for 3 years, and I feature only out-of-town acts and a few locals, but every show features 3 to 5 performers from all around the country or around the world, depending on what I have available to me. And every show is different, and I try not to repeat performers, and I've had, I think, over about 60 out-of-town performers over the past 3 years.
She's the kind of woman to give the shirt off her back. She's the kind of woman to give to those who lack. And for that everybody thinks she's a fool. Everybody thinks she's a fool.
Yo. So
real screwed up there. I fell down.
Oh, it's okay. Shit happens. Did you point your toes?
I think I did.
Did you smile?
Sure.
You are good to go then. You are good to go. Life happens. Shit happens. Smile. Point your toes. It's all gravy, baby.
Did you think that otherwise, apart from me falling, that I did a good job?
You did fabulous. You were so sexy up there shaking your ass. I love those long legs. Man, you worked it.
Honeysuckle, she looks like Dita Von Teese. She's so pretty.
Her waist is so tiny.
I know, I'm jealous.
You know, she had sex with Natasha Lyonne in the second season of Orange is the New Black.
No way.
Yeah, she was in it.
Oh, she's beautiful.
She said to us earlier that Natasha Lyonne used her like a prop. Not sexy?
Kinda.
Did your husband have any difficulties accepting you doing this?
Oh no, my husband thought it was fantastic.
Because he got to see you practice all the time, right?
Well, my husband knew that I struggled with social anxiety. Like I would end up kind of standing in the corner at parties. It still happens sometimes, you know. If it's not a burlesque crowd who knows me, I get kind of nervous. And so he saw this as something that I would do. You know, I would do some classes, perform as a student, and I would, you know, get that self-confidence. And I did. And then I kept performing, and he's been supportive the whole way. It's been really great.
How do you do burlesque if maybe you're not as sexy as you are and you don't have the same kind of self-confidence? Like, how do you sell that on stage?
You fake it.
Fake it?
I don't always feel sexy on stage, you know. I gotta perform all month, every day. When I'm full of food or really tired.
Well, then what is it about burlesque that brings out that sexy confidence?
I think part of the reason that burlesque performers get so into the costuming and the makeup and the hair, like make everything really big and pick out some music that really gets to your heart. All that stuff puts together the character that you're performing on stage.
So now you see it like a character, like you would if you were still a ballerina.
Yeah.
It's like acting.
It is. There's a lot of acting. There's more acting than there is dancing in burlesque. Like, it's much more important to do the acting part than to do perfect dance moves, you know? It's all about the attitude.
Two-part question. What is a fancy stripper and what is a boot?
Fancy stripper is a striptease artist who does a little bit more on stage than what a typical stripper would be considered, or along the lines of feature strippers. We don't have a lot of feature strippers anymore in Canada, at least in Toronto. And a boot is
something you wear on your foot, right?
Yeah.
Aren't you proud of her business acumen?
Extremely. Extremely. She is a go-getter. She's out there doing it, and she lets nothing stop her. Her amazing abilities at production and her people skills, she never ceases to amaze me. She rocks my world.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I love that so much. And I want to know, Alex, are you going to be following in your sister's footsteps and taking your clothes off on stage?
You know, I get asked that all the time, and Mallory and I have jokingly brought up the idea of a sister.
Who's Mallory?
I apologize. Capdelac and I have previously discussed the idea of a sister act, but as far as I'm concerned, I don't think that'll be in my futures, from what I can see, anyway.
Until now, you've heard it here first. This family has one burlesque performer, and that's all the room they have for it. Yeah, you seem so sexy. How do you do burlesque if you're not a very sexy person, or you don't feel sexy?
You have to own it. You have to feel it. Without feeling it on stage, you might not appear to be sexy. If you feel the sexiness on stage, people can read it, and you gotta own it. You gotta be with it. You gotta keep going. Without the sexy appeal, there's no point in even performing burlesque.
Next time on Nomi Meets the Indecent Divas.
friendly little cat. My pussy was playing out on the back lawn.
Oh, what did I get on my SAT? Ketchup. Be sure to subscribe to the Nomi Darling Show. And throw some likes our way, too. Oh. Hello?
Smile, point your toes. It's all gravy, baby.